Happy weekend, everybody. It is a beautiful day here in Edgewater, New Jersey, and I am at the Mitsuwa Supermarket, one of my favorite places in the world. I try to come almost every week. I love it because they have such an amazing selection of Japanese food and snacks. They have a wonderful food court. It's in a beautiful part of town. Today I wanted to come and grab a selection of different things. I have some sushi, some really, really good sushi. I also have an onigiri, and I have some donuts. So with that, today I ended up going with two types of sushi. I have the fatty tuna, and I also have salmon. Now the fatty tuna, it's quite pricey. It's about $25 for 5 pieces, so $5 a piece, which is really, really pricey. And then with the salmon, it's about 15 bucks, and you get, I think, 8 pieces. We'll go in for a close look here in just a second, but we're gonna first start off with my favorite, the fatty tuna. So I'm gonna bring you guys in for a close look real quick, and then we're gonna try it out. So here you can see the beautiful marbling on these pieces of tuna with the delicious bed of rice underneath. And what I really do like about Mitsuwa is in the sushi section, they give you these little disposable soy sauce trays. They give you a packet of soy sauce, some ginger, and wasabi. I'm gonna skip the wasabi on the tuna just because I don't want, anything else like competing with the flavor of this delicious fatty tuna. Oh, you guys have no idea how excited I am. This is so great. It is ridiculous how stupidly delicious this is. As soon as the rice hits your palate, you have that nice, delicious like soy sauce blend with the rice, that vinegar rice. Just that the tuna just melts on your tongue. I mean, you can taste that it's super as fresh as it can be. I think it's imported. Everything about it is perfect. This is an amazing piece of sushi. They have tons of other options though. They have rolls, they have sushi, they have those poke kind of bowls. They have a lot of really good stuff. You can't go wrong with Mitsuwa. You cannot get sushi this high quality at any other supermarket that I've ever been to in the US. So I'm gonna polish these off, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna try the salmon. And we're back. So that tuna was gone in no time. Now we're moving on to the salmon. You can get an 8-piece of salmon sushi for $14.99. So not too bad. It's pricey compared to what you can get in other parts of the US. I think for this area, it's not too bad. Usually you'll pay about $3 for 1 piece of sushi at a restaurant. So if you had 8, that's $24.99. So it's actually kind of a bargain, and let's go for it. That's almost as buttery as that super fatty tuna. This is amazing. This is really solid. There is no like fishy taste or smell at all with this. This is phenomenal. Super, super fresh. This is like the most sad and depressing part of all. I only have 1 piece left. That went by way too fast. If I'm rating this on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the super fatty tuna an 8.5 out of 10. The only reason it's not higher is because it is expensive. It's a pricey piece of fish. When you're looking at the salmon sushi, on the other hand, because of the value compared to like what you get when you go to other places in the area, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Really, I don't have any complaints with it, other than that the experience went by way too fast. I mean, I saw this big plate of sushi in front of me, and then it was just gone the next second. So moving on to the next thing, I have an onigiri. This is a little bit different style. Normally you see them, they're like the triangle, so technically I don't know if this is considered an onigiri, but as you check out at Mitsuwa, just past the counters to the right, there's a stand. It's a big onigiri stand, and they have a ton of massive onigiri, and they range from I think about $2 up to like $4 or $5. Inside the actual supermarket you can get onigiri as well, and they're about $3 a piece, and they have a whole bunch of different varieties. But if you're gonna get an onigiri, I would recommend getting the ones outside the check stand in like the little food court area. So this one here, I believe they're $3.50 each, and it's Spam and egg on a bed of rice wrapped in seaweed. So let's go ahead and let's see how it tastes. Wow, how on earth can a piece of Spam tastes this good? Something about the saltiness and that like kind of crisp char from being fried, not like deep fried, but pan fried. Something about that and then the sweetness and the like creaminess of the egg, and then the delicious bed of like sushi rice underneath. Something about that combination is just magical. It is amazing. And this thing may look tiny, but it's heavy. It's dense. You really don't need more than one of these. I mean, especially if you're getting sushi. This is perfect. I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10 as well. Very solid, good value. It's like $3.50, and it's a big, heavy brick that's gonna fill you up. It's really, really, really delicious. All right, now we finished the savory stuff. On to dessert. And I actually have two things. So right behind the Mitsuwa Shopping Center, they have a building that has a hot pot restaurant called Hudson Pot, which I've never been to, but I've heard it's amazing. And they have a bubble tea stand called Uma Cha, and they have a wide variety of different bubble teas. But what they do have, which is something that I've never tried before, is cheese foam bubble teas. And I know they're really popular. I've never had it before. Cheese foam always sounded a little bit frightening to me. I love bubble tea. I love brown sugar bubble tea, which is what I got here, but I also got the cheese foam. So they give you this big straw, and then you stir it up. The boba is freshly made. It's still warm. It's gooey. The cheese foam, you don't really get like a cheesy taste. It's kind of it adds a little bit of like a salty balance. It's a very creamy, foamy, salty balance to the otherwise super sweet beverage. So I actually really like it. I think it's really, really good. Out of 10, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's not the best boba tea I've ever had. That probably has to go to either Deer Alley in Hong Kong, or I think there's one called Tiger something, I can't remember, Black Tiger or Tiger, one of those two, which is another Taiwanese chain, but they actually do have them in New York as well. Those I think taste a little bit better than this, but this is really, really solid, and I haven't found anything as good as this in New Jersey. This is really, 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 really good. So do yourself a favor and get some. We're on to the best part of the meal, which is dessert. And inside the food court on your way out, just as you approach the place that sells the crepes, there is a mochi donut stand, and it is delicious. So I got 3 different flavors. They had a special, if you buy 5, you get 1 free. I wanted to try 3 different flavors. So I was like, well, I'll just get 2 of each flavor and I'll get 1 for free. The 3 flavors I got are passion fruit, strawberry cream, and yuzu citrus. So I'm just gonna sample 1 of each flavor, and then I'll give you a rating and let you know if they're worth your time and effort. Yuzu citrus, here we go. As soon as this touches your tongue, you get this burst of yuzu flavor. The donut itself is nice and soft and chewy. It has that mochi, that kind of QQ texture of mochi. It's really, really good. This gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Really, really solid, amazing, amazing donut. Next up, we have the strawberry cream. Let's give this a taste. Okay. That's really good too. The strawberry flavor isn't quite as potent as the yuzu flavor is. It's more subtle. It is nice and sweet, not too sweet. It has a nice fruity kind of a balance to it. The donut is just as amazing as the other one was. So that's good that they're consistent. I prefer yuzu over the strawberry. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Really, really, really good. Okay, and then wrapping it up, we're going to taste the passion fruit. Okay, this is tough. The passion fruit, also really strong passion fruit flavor. As soon as it hits your mouth, just this ocean of passion fruit flavor washes over your tongue. It is super good. The frosting is a little thicker on this one than it is on the other two. You have this beautiful balance of tart and sweet, and then you have that delicious, fluffy QQ bread. So good. Okay, because they're both amazing, I'm gonna tie this with the yuzu. It's gonna get a 9 out of 10. Really, really solid. I don't know how to pick a favorite. They're both amazing. I'm glad I have more to kill later on. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content just like this. I have a lot of fun doing these videos. I hope you enjoy watching them. Have you been to the Mitsuwa supermarket? Let me know in the comments below, and if you have, tell me what's your favorite thing to get there. Thanks for sticking to the end, and we'll catch you in the next video.